trusting Hashem. As I mentioned in last week's parashah, Judah, would later play an important role in helping to bring about the promises of Hashem as the forefather of the tribe which would bear his name. You remember, all the 12 brothers eventually go on to become tribes of their own, and thus we get the 12 tribes of Israel. We begin to see Yehuda take the responsibility and boldness that would earn him the preeminent blessing spoken about, or to be spoken about, I should say, in Genesis chapter 49, verses 8 through 12. That portion is still coming up, and we'll read about it then. But right now I'm just alerting us to the fact. There must have been some amount of supernatural persuasion on the part of Yehuda when he's talking to his father there, for at last Israel agrees to go along with the plan. I mean, think about it. He lost one son, and he is deathly afraid to lose another one. In fact, he says that if I lose another son, I'm going to die. And whether he's exaggerating or not, he firmly believes that he cannot lose another son. So as we continue reading, when the brothers come from Canaan back to Egypt, when they return with they return to Yosef with Ben-Lyman, Yosef treats them all to an afternoon meal. This is very peculiar. Here, first he is he's treating them harshly, and now he seems to be hospitable to them. What gives? It's here once again that Yosef, demonstrates his knowledge of the unknowable, seemingly unknowable by his brothers. But he seats them all according to age, from the firstborn to the youngest. The brothers surely must have been amazed. And I believe by this time Yosef was beginning to actually comprehend the sovereignty of Hashem for himself. He's beginning to see that the events of his past circumstances and the dreams of his life, they're really beginning to make some sense. He's starting to see it all come together for the first time in his life. Whereas before, he's having these dreams, he's not really aware of how they're going to come to be. He's just a young boy and he's having dreams. But here, as right in front of him, right before him, were his brothers, seated before him, awaiting his command to either provide for them or destroy them. That had to be a powerful demonstration of God's power as it's being played out in Joseph's life. And keep in mind that Joseph is seeing this in his mind and his heart. The brothers perhaps aren't catching it just yet, because they're in the pinch. They're the pawns. They're the lab rats, so to say. They don't know that they're going through this, or do they? I don't think they do. Truly, to Joseph, that is, God was a God of mercy and wisdom. For only Hashem, Joseph might have contemplated, could have orchestrated the fantastic order of events up to this point. Wouldn't you think so? I know if I were in Joseph's place, I'd be thinking that.